The Accra Police Command, they brought to the attention of the public that this is going to start, and it's supposed to start now from the Obra Port. It's the nationwide aggrieved customers of Gold Coast Fund Management. They have formed themselves into a group, and they discussed with the organizers that it will start from the Obra Port, going to present a petition at the Jubilee House, and we have a correspondent that would want to join Nanaya PSA with the latest update. You can already see on the side screen that they are ready. Dr. Indum named placards all there, and many of them aggrieved customers of the Gold Coast Management Fund. And now Nanaya PSA is ready to give us the latest. Nanaya? Nanaya, please go ahead and give us what the atmosphere looks like when they are starting, because we can see that they're almost ready, but the match hasn't started. Nanaya? No, they don't seem to be ready, but this is just to give you a gist of what really is happening live from the Obra Port, the Kwame Nkrumah interchange area right here in Accra. The police are already there. Security is well provided. This has been well itemized in a statement that the police has sent to the various media houses, including ours.
I'm currently standing here at the Obra Port in Accra, where, as you can see, customers of the aggrieved Gold Coast Fund Management Limited are here, scores of them, to protest and, in fact, demonstrate to government and managers of the Gold Coast Fund Management Limited for their funds. You recall that last year, as at October 2018, there was a directive from the Security and Exchange Commission, SEC, to have them stop all operations whatsoever and shut down. Some of the placards here today on display are Dr. Indum and GCFM are killing Ghanaians. Arrest Dr. Indum now. He is not above the law. Why government shielding Dr. Indum to robbers, and so many others here. And as I speak to you, you can see the bus there with several customers pouring in from various parts of Accra, told here. I have here with me Inspector Kwabna Danso, who is of the Ghana Police Service. He will talk to us about the agreed routes for which today's demonstration is to take from here right up to the Jubilee House, where it's set to end for them to present their petition. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Okay, so about this demonstration, we already had a release from the Ghana Police Service this morning on the agreed route for them to take. But for listeners who are not so much into it, please tell us about it.
Yes, as you can see, they've started converging at the Obra Port. When everything is said and done, we'll commence the demonstration through the Kwame Nkrumah Avenue. We'll continue to Farisco traffic light. Then we turn left and continue to TUC and continue through High Street, and we'll end up at the Ministry of Finance, where they will present a petition. After which we'll come back and continue on the Liberation Road, and we'll end up at the Jubilee House, where once again they will present a petition.
And when it comes to regulations, what are the agreements reached between both sides, that's the Ghana Police Service and the organizers of this demonstration? In
our meeting with them, it was agreed that they will ensure that their members will fall in line. We are not diverting the road, but the police motor traffic department will be positioned at vantage areas. So as when there's a hiccup of the flow of traffic, the MTT personnel will take control of that. And it is incumbent on the organizers to ensure that they ship their support, their followers, to ensure that the demonstration is peaceful. The police will do everything possible to ensure that the public and the demonstrators as well are safe.
Okay, we'll be speaking to the organizers very soon, but before then, your final words to the demonstrators here today.
What basically the police is saying is that we are here to ensure that the demonstration is incident-free, and for that matter, the organizers should ensure that their members will be law-abiding, and the police will do our best to ensure that everything goes peacefully.
Okay. You had the Inspector Kwabena Danso of the Ghana Police Service, who is overseeing that this demonstration is peaceful, as he said. With me here is Mr. Charles Nyame. He is the PRO of the aggrieved customers for the Gold Coast Fund Management Limited. Mr. Nyame has been speaking to the media already this morning. He has laid out certain complaints, and for the sake of our JoyNews viewers and listeners out there, we'll get to him and get the information. Hello, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Okay. So, what are Ghanaians supposed to expect out of this demonstration today?
Okay, what do we expect Ghanaians, particularly the customers of Gold Coast Securities, to expect from this demonstration is that at the end of it, we know that it's going to be very peaceful. We are going to comport ourselves to present a petition to His Excellency, and at the end of the day, we expect that as Ghanaians, that His Excellency will come out to speak to this issue and what he has for us. Because for over a year now, when Men's Gold issue came out, he quickly came out to speak to the issue. But our issue came within the same period that Men's Gold issue emerged, but he hasn't spoken to our issue. We've sent him a series of petitions, but he has failed to come out to speak to our issue. So we expect him to come out today, or after today, after we have presented the demonstration, he should come out to speak to our issue. And what we expect him to say is to allot or to instruct the Ministry of Finance to give a financial support as it is given to the Bank of Ghana to resolve the issue of customers of these banks that were consolidated, and that of the microfinances and the savings and loans that he has appointed Eric Nipa to as a receiver to look into it and resolve their issue. We expect that same support from the government, because we are also likewise regulated. Our company, that is Gold Coast, is likewise regulated by a state institution, which is an extension of the Ministry of Finance. That is Securities and Exchange Commission, just as Bank of Ghana is also an extension of the Ministry of Finance and oversees the banking sectors and the microfinances and the savings and loans. Securities and Exchange Commission too is an extension of Ministry of Finance that oversees and regulates fund management, of which Gold Coast is supervised under them.
What happens when your exact demands are not seen to today?
You see, I don't want to have presumptions. We don't want to enter into this with bad faith. We believe there's an adage in our Kan language, we have been sending series of petitions to His Excellency, but not by this means, because our previous petition, either the demonstration will be done in Kumasi or other regions, and after that, delegation will be sent to bring the petition to the Flagstaff House. But today, it is being done in the heart of Ghana, the capital city of Ghana, and with some of the customers, we are protesting from this point to the Flagstaff House on camera to present a petition. So we believe that the government will do something. He will do the needful.
Mr. Nyame, there has been a statement issued by the Gold Coast Fund Management Limited this morning that they have seen to the payments, and in fact that they are working on several of the payments, and that you yourself, your name was mentioned as one of those who have been satisfied fully. What are your response to these claims?
Thank you very much. You see, this is what sometimes when we hear, we get annoyed. You see, you can't deceive the public. They should publish the list of people whom they have paid, and let's balance it with those they have not paid. They should publish the amount that they have paid since the beginning of this crisis, and let's balance it with the amount that they have not paid. We are talking of investment over 5 billion Ghana cedis. So if you come out to say that you have paid 60 million, what have you done? What have you done? So it is neither here nor there.
We just want to get your demands clearly. Do you want an immediate full payment of the entire funds? Because they say they are doing so gradually.
Okay, you see, the way we did the investment came with a contract signing. And the contract signing was guided by timelines. When I'm signing my money there, I will either try to invest it on a portfolio of 3 months. And per my decision, after the 3 months, I will either instruct whether the investment should be rolled over for another 6 months, or I will take both my capital and the interest. Per the investment that we had, our maturity dates are long overdue, and it is within our dictate, our sole prerogative dictate, to decide whether the investment should roll over or not. So upon the agreement that we had with them, we are supposed to have received our investment plus the interest in full. So we are requesting them to pay us in full with its accrued interest. We don't want any long-term investment, because some of us are businessmen and we put the money there for 3 months. When we get contracts, we go and spend it on the contract. So if you are going to spend 3 years, 4 years to pay, what good are you doing me? So we are demanding for immediate full payment from the company.
Well, finally, we've spoken to the police service, and they've given us assurance that there's been certain agreements between yourself, that's your coalition, and the police service on which routes to take today. What is the assurance we have from you today that it's going to be a peaceful demonstration?
Okay, for the purpose of the public consumption, the police has released a statement concerning the demonstration and the route that we have agreed to take. And upon the agreement, we are starting from here, Obrasport. From here, we will move through the Kwame Nkrumah Avenue. From there, we go to Farisco traffic light. Then we move towards TUC. From TUC, we go through High Streets. Then we go to Ministry of Finance. After the Ministry of Finance, we agree that we will present a copy of the petition. We are doing so because we believe that all this falls within the jurisdiction of the Minister of Finance. Therefore, we have to prompt him on this. After that, then we move straight to the Jubilee House to present the main copy of the petition to His Excellency. We have spoken to our members. We are law-abiding citizens. We are going to comply with them based on the route that we have agreed. If they try to intimidate us to go contrary to the routes, we are not going to allow it. We will stand for our right. Either than that, this demonstration is going to be peaceful. We expect the police to act professionally. The group has leadership that we are working with them. So if there is anything, they should liaise with the leadership for us to resolve it amicably and peacefully. That is what I can say on that.
Thank you. Charles Nyame is the PRO for the aggrieved customers of Gold Coast Fund Management Limited. As you can see, the crowds keep growing here at the Obrasport in Accra. There are here all kinds of Ghanaian citizens, if you may. There are young men, you can see buoyantly dancing over there. There are young women here. There are also fathers, mothers, in fact, lots of people. The only ones missing from this crowd are minors. Police service here and their presence is really heavy too. You can tell lots of vehicles are around. Here's a gentleman here showing you, here's a gentleman here showing you receipts of events and how he has been unpaid for quite a long time.
And as you can see, we have the aggrieved customers of the Gold Coast Fund Management, and at the end of the day, it's because they have some grievances, the inability of the fund managers to be able to pay them their investments, the interest thereof as well. We'll keep up to date with what Nana Yao PCA is covering. And again, just to keep you up to date with what the whole intentions of the group are, and subsequently what has been posted by the police regarding where they're supposed to go and then subsequently what they're supposed to do. Let me just take you through. They'll start from where they are currently. Nanya PCA brought us the update, and they'll start from the Obrasport. They'll go through the interchange area to Farisco traffic light, the TUC area, High Street, to the Ministry of Finance, and subsequently they will go to the Jubilee House. In the meantime, also, you can make sure that if you're a motorist, you intend using any of those routes this morning up to the period midday, you have to make sure that you're on point, you get to know which route for you to use. But the grievances, they're still echoing on this protest.